having Grant and Hayden and the guys you're used to been playing with?
Yeah, first off, it's just, it's weird not having like some of your closest friends at practice. But now that, I'm like the older guy, it's fun because I get to step into a leadership role, and I'm kind of just, doing my best to work on that and continue to lead these young guys.
How is Drew Sanders fitting in, and what have been your impressions of him so far?
He's extremely talented. He's got a lot of, intangibles, and I think that he wants to be good and he works really hard. So whenever you put all those things together, you're going to have a guy that's going to be successful. We got a lot of good talent in our room, and just to have him come in and, teach us little things that he's learned, it's been good.
Greg?
Yeah, just to continue on with that, I wanted to ask you about the two freshmen, Caden Henley and Jordan Crook. What have you thought about them? And obviously, Manny Powell's unable to compete out there, and also Paul. He's been running with you guys in the first group. I know he's not a newcomer, but he's a second-year guy.
Yes, and those guys that came in, like you said, are doing an extremely good job, and it's kind of a credit to, like you said, Grant and Hayden leaving that legacy behind. I feel like our room has just kind of taken that next step now, where we know the expectations of how to play, good football linebacker, and so now these young guys are starting to watch us and be like, hey, this is the standard. If we're not playing up to that, we don't deserve our playing time, and you can tell guys are very eager to get on the field and work on their craft.
And Jalen, how do you feel? How's your health?
I feel good. I'm good to go. I know Dave will have a plan for me to make sure I stay healthy, keep going to the training room constantly, doing my rehab. But as far as playing and I'm ready to go, I mean, if we were to put a ball down right now, I mean, I'll be good to go.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on some of the new guys like Brini and McGlothern, Anthony Brown? What are your thoughts on those new additions in the season?
For Brini and McGlothern, they fit in well. I mean, they showed their experience and they show they know how to play the game, I think they both, put their best foot forward so far and showed that they can come out there and compete against the best, so they've been doing a really good job. And with AB, he's been doing a great job at middle safety. He's been playing that quite a bit. And, he's starting to, get his feet wet a little bit. He had an interception today, broke on the ball, made a good play, but he's been doing a really good job. And along with Jay Lou, our other incoming freshman, he's done a great job at nickel and has made some great plays so far this spring. So excited for the future for those guys.
Is Slusher working a little bit in nickel now?
He is, yeah. We got him in a nickel package, but like I said, he's so versatile. We can move him anywhere. But I think the spring's a good time to adjust and move people around a little bit, see what they can do. So he's playing that right now, but it wouldn't surprise me if he moved around a little bit. That's a question mark for Odom and Coach Bowman.
Thanks, guys.
Yes,
Tom? Hey, guys, it looked to me like Sunday's practice didn't look like the first practice of a spring. I know y'all got to do some walkthroughs. Why did Sunday look so smooth, would you think, Bumper?
I mean, I think that this team, like I said, with our linebacker room, there's a standard that's been set, and especially through offseason, we've had 8 weeks together with this team, and a lot of the stuff that we're doing in practice, we've done a bunch of agility drills and just things that can simulate a football practice. We've been working on for quite some time. And that's a credit to our strength staff, putting us through drills that apply to football, and it's just a fluid. Everyone's excited running around. We got good leadership on both sides of the ball. Just very excited to see where this team goes this spring.
Yeah, and Jalen, same question for you. And it looked to me like the physicality between the receivers and the DBs was like game ready level. What did you see out of that, and why did Sunday look so smooth?
I would say it's just our competitive nature. I think we set a standard, and not only our room but in the receiver room as well. Is that when we're out there, we're going to compete, and at the end, we're going to clap it up and love on each other. But when we're between those white lines, we want to show that we're competing. Everybody's competing for a spot. Everybody's competing, to put their best foot forward. So when it's, mano a mano, we're going after it and getting after it. I mean, that's our motto. We want to get after every single play. I mean, there's no friends out on the field. I know at the end we're teammates, but every day we're trying to compete and put our best foot forward.
Yeah, you showed you were a teammate. You went and checked on Hazelwood when he landed on his shoulder. What have you made of his start? Because it looked like he's flashed to me.
Oh, yeah, he's doing a good job. I mean, like I said, I think he just shows how fluent he is. He's a very smooth receiver, very crafty. You always got to, put your best foot forward with him, and you always got to make sure, your technique's right, because if you're not, then, he can expose you. He's that good of a receiver. I think he showed that when he was at Oklahoma. But like I said, he's a great addition to this team. I mean, he's came in and he's fitting really well. He's been leading. He's made sure the receivers are on top of their stuff. So, I mean, he's been doing a great job so far in the spring. And I know the sky's the limit for him. So I'm excited he's on our team, and he's going to be a key piece for us.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, Jalen, as far as just being able to go out full tilt, how's it felt, after all that, being idle that long, and you looking forward to going into full pads?
Oh, no, it feels good. Me moving around, me raising up, doing everything that involves my shoulder feels great. Like I said, I know Dave and with the coaching staff, they want to be cautious of me, not because I can't go, but because they want to make sure I'm good and I don't have any unnecessary movements or hitting that can, cause anything to push me back. So they're going to monitor that. But as far as like me going full speed, me moving around, there's no limit on that. I'm with the team. I'm with the full reps. I'm getting after it, just like if I was, last year, the year before.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Otis?
Yeah, unmuted. Hey, how is Jackson Woodard looking at linebacker bumper? I've seen him in there quite a bit. How's he looked and everything?
I think Jackson's made one of the biggest strides from last season to this spring ball. You can just see the way he's flying around the field. He's, got an extra step. He's working on his speed. He's a strong guy. I'm actually really proud of the past couple of days I've seen him play. Just excited to see his growth and continue to see what he does throughout spring.
The other day, Coach Pittman said that the defense is going to be more aggressive, like they were towards the end of the season, more blitzing and stuff. He wants that. You like that style of defense, more blitzing and stuff, and you like that more aggressive defense?
Absolutely. I think that, you can play more aggressive whenever you can go man, and whenever you have guys that can man up, 11 on 11. And I think that we got a lot better throughout the year, and we're just going to continue to build on that in the spring. And the more we can get better at blitzing, I think the more, turnovers we can cause and getting the offense into bad situations.
Thanks, guys.
Wrap us up, Hutch.
Yeah, I just have one for Jalen. We've seen Kari Johnson run with the ones the last couple of days. What's impressed you about his offseason, and what have you thought about the first couple of practices from him?
I mean, with the off season, it started with him coming to me. He said, I want to be the guy, I want to be out there and I want to show that I'm capable of being the number one guy. So every day we're inside, though, in indoor, and just working technique with him, working his steps. He wanted to be precise. And what I like about him is that he's a perfectionist, just one little off detail, and he wants to do the whole rep over. He wants to keep working until he perfects it. He's that type of guy where he knows that in this game, you're never going to be perfect, but he wants to chase it. So he's always working the steps. He's always doing his technique and proper, always asking questions. He's like a sponge, and I just love that about him. But when he comes on the field, he's working hard, and you can see that all that's transition over to the field. He's made some great plays. He's really good with the tempo right now. He's picking it up really easily, and I mean, every day you see him just keep making strides, getting better and better. So I hate to single out one guy, but I mean, he stood out for real. But like Dwight McLaughlin came in and started doing good. Keywan Parker's another guy who's been stepping in and doing good. I mean, if I could really tip my hat to all the corners right now. I mean, they're doing their thing right now. So it's definitely a battle when it comes to those sides right now, and everybody's putting some good stuff on film. So I know Bowman's excited for that, and I'm also excited that we have a deep group this year.
All right, thanks, fellas.
Thank y'all.